Right, we should be live now. How's it going, guys? I'm here with Chef Daniel. Chef Daniel's been a client for a while now. He lost over 30 pounds in 4 months, working two jobs as a chef and a single dad, and he's here to share this testimonial with us. Daniel, thank you so much for doing this. Man, it's been a pleasure working with you. You're a great guy. Before we dive in and talk about all your wins, do you mind giving the viewers a little bit of an intro about yourself?
Well, Leo, before we start off, it's been great working with you as a coach and giving me the platform to succeed in goals that we've going forward. There's really not much to know about myself. Before I was chefing, I was always very sporty, so I was never overweight, always fit. But sure, you know yourself, when you get into the hospitality game, work-life balance goes out the window. You find yourself eating odd times, not the best food. McDonald's is the most handiest convenience going back. Your discipline goes down. And then, just someday you get up on the scales and you think you're going to get up and you'll be the same weight you were when you were 20, and you look and you go, oh my God, where's my belly button gone? You're just wondering where this weight has came on. And I suppose when I ran my own business was when I put on the most weight. It was when I took on the most stress. It's when I put myself to the back burner and hospitality to the forefront.
That's when you had the restaurant.
That's when I had the restaurant. But we had been friends for so long, and if there was any man that was going to get me moving again, I had already started training, and through the Muay Thai, I had started a path back for myself, and no better man than Leo to actually get me to target, rather than just being training. Challenge yourself to targets. Challenge yourself to maybe goals, to ambitions. I myself talked many times before. I was only doing training. It's great to be training again, But you said, man, you were ambitious as a chef. Why can't you be ambitious in your training? So you had me kind of clued into I wasn't being very efficient with the training. And I agreed to sign on to the program. And here we are 30 pounds lighter, which is an incredible achievement. When you step up on the scales and you see 120, I think it was 124, and I'd never been above 77 kilos. And then thanks to you and to Muay Thai, I really managed to get that. You forget how much you miss exercising. You forget how good it is for your mental health and just meeting people. And the more you exercise, the better your circle gets around you. And the more clearly you think. And I think more chefs need to realize, if you want to be on the top of your game, you got to be on the top of your health, because I've just become faster. I've become more efficient. My palate has returned to a better level than it ever was before. And I found new ways of cooking, So all in all, it's benefited me in the social circle I've developed, but also career-wise, it's taken me to a new height.
For sure, man. All great wins. Dude, to be honest, we had been connections on Facebook for 3 years, and you would comment on some of my stuff, but I didn't really thought you'd be a fit for the program. I don't know why. And then you responded to one of my posts, and and I gave you the challenge, and we just started this. And from being chubby chef, just recovering from being out of shape from your situation, and having your business and just focusing on your career, and obviously being so busy as a single dad. And now look at you, man. David Goggins from Ireland, an athlete. You even competed, on a Muay Thai fight, and it's crazy to see you see all this progress. Before all of this, was there any moment in time where you realized that specifically that you needed coaching for this, as far especially the weight drop, because you were already doing some kind of exercise?
Yeah, so we had got probably 10 kg, 15 kg down, and we'd plateaued for a while. And I wasn't willing to actually face the facts that even though you're pushing your body hard exercising, you're clearly not eating properly. Like, as chefs, I think sometimes we're very delirious in how we eat, especially the hours we eat and the way we eat. Your body is so wrecked from service and serving other people that you blackguard your own needs and how you eat. So obviously I was missing a trick. So my other coach was great for exercising, but then, you know, we started talking, and then the program kicked in, and then the deeper you got into the program and the more keenly you followed your advice, the wins just fell into place. All of a sudden you weren't stepping on the weighing scale and it was 90 kg, 90 kg, 90 kg. Like, we looked into water retention, or we looked into the amount of carbs we were eating. You didn't want to take anything from the diet, but how I was eating what I was eating. Do you know what I mean? You wanted to look at fasting, as intermittent fasting became, you know, there's a lot of voodoo over intermittent fasting, but the way you broke it down and explained it and showed how it helps with water retention, and carbs aren't a bad thing, but the percentage of carbs in your diet needs to change. That all of a sudden you went from 90 to 85 to 80, and then all of a sudden you started seeing a 7, and you're like, what?
Yeah, man, your weight dropped pretty fast, to be fair. As soon as you got started, your weight started dropping. What was your experience like when you first got started? Like, learning the protocols, how was everything like?
Well, for me, the program was easy because everything was broken down into simple steps. And
I should have made it harder, you know.
Well,
to kick your ass.
I can't like, I love a challenge, and when I'm set a target, I love to exceed the target. I don't like to fall short on targets, you know. So if we commit to doing something, I always like to have my paperwork done, have my revision done, and then execute said plan. You know, it's like training for a fight. It's like preparing for a service. It's all the things we do to make ourselves the best chefs we can be can easily fall into line with how we lose weight. It's
Definitely.
just proper prep, proper preparation. Not to mention, when you're in the program, you were never more than a click away of a message, or all the links you had sent me were never more than like a thumb screen away. Like, you could make excuses by saying you didn't have time, but if you were sitting in your car in between jobs, if you were going to the toilet at work, if you were sitting on your lunch break, if you had any doubts, you could drop you a message, you'd reply straight away, or the information was straight away accessible. Now,
indeed,
the fasting,
indeed.
the getting used to doing the fasting and stuff, I didn't find it a challenge on the body, but the discipline of not giving in to the big M. You know, you'd be on your way home from work.
McDonald's, your worst enemy.
Yeah,
Danny, you know, I know a lot of people would find challenge to have, you know, not only a normal job as a chef, but 2 jobs, and apart from that, having to be a single dad taking care of your kid. Now, just be honest. Don't say everything was easy. What was your number 1 challenge? Tell me, what was hard for you, besides of, you know, the bloody McDonald's?
Well, you see, I love the exercising side of things, so that wasn't hard. Making sure I got enough water into me on the fasting days was definitely a challenge, because the more water you drank, the harder you made it for yourself, you know, not to be running to the bathroom or something like that. So definitely getting the water in. And I suppose in the middle of the harder fasts that we did, getting the workout done as you would have got the workout done with food in you.
Without fasting, yeah.
Yeah, was definitely a challenge. Like, I never had to resort to taking extra vitamin supplements or anything like that. I kind of wanted to see how far I could take it myself and my body, but that was
Yeah, because you're
definitely
crazy.
yeah. I'm yeah, you
You
know,
could have just had some simple electrolytes,
yeah,
a teaspoon of salt.
yeah.
But
You
no,
know,
no, no. I'm Danny, and I'm like David Goggins from Ireland. I
yeah,
can do
but
it without any help.
yeah, but then you get to a stage where you feel like you're after doing a Muay Thai workout, and then it's like, oh, I don't want to do my push-ups, and then you go to yourself, oh, I've done 10, let's do 20, let's do, let's see, can we do five more? You know what I mean? But I wouldn't have been able to do it without the support network of you and my Muay Thai coach. You know, you and my Muay Thai coach always gave me the strength and belief that back yourself and one more, two more, three more. You know, that's why I could succeed in my career, and that's why I believe I succeeded in the program. Sometimes a challenge is a challenge, but you can overcome that challenge just by the way you look at us more than the way of going, I can't do it, you know?
100%, man. For people watching this that were struggling with the same things as you were before you got started, and many years ago as well, with your kind of lifestyle as a chef working in this industry and so
Yeah.
on, what would be like your main advice for people watching this right now?
Start one thing and being honest with yourself. Start taking a day or not, or at least an hour for yourself in the week where you do exercise. You'd be surprised how not even addicted, but how committed you get to doing that exercise.
What if
Take
people don't have enough energy to do that on their day off?
Make yourself
What should
do
they
it.
do?
Make yourself do it, or get a friend that's going to take you out to do it, because you will find the energy. The only reason you're tired is because you spent your day doing nothing or sitting your day on the couch. Trust, I was often there. You got off the end of 2 weeks of working back to back, double shifts, vegans all over the place, changing your restaurant menus,
As
vegetarians,
big as it.
celiacs. You know, you spend so much of your time already given to other people. That's chefs. You spend all your time giving to other people. On one of your day offs, just take 1 hour to take a walk, to go and even take a coffee with a friend and just talk about how you're feeling, if you're feeling sluggish, and commit to a class. Commit to something over a 4 or 5 week period. Like for myself, how I got into it was my daughter started a kickboxing class because I didn't want her to be in a position where she couldn't defend herself. And as we're going to the classes, I just said to the coach, how do I keep my daughter involved in this going forward? And he said, the only way for you to get involved in, or for her to stay involved in this, is if you actively partake yourself. Now, he was a master salesman because he got another client into his adults class. But I picked every Wednesday going forward then, whether I was tired, whether I was energetic, whether my body was just broken after a service, to do that class. And there were some Wednesdays I didn't want to do the class, but I did them and I felt better coming out of them. I
For
felt like
sure,
I'd
man,
no.
because you would have been exhausted, especially after a double shift, having to do, a late night Muay Thai class, which involves a lot of cardio, over 1 hour of high intensity cardio.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
be tough.
And I had to come to the realization I was going from a lad who was good at sports to I was going back to day one. I wasn't able to throw my legs. I wasn't able to run. I wasn't able to sprint. Like, as chefs, we're so used to being able to do it and do it really well. Now all of a sudden I'm in an uncomfortable place where I can't do it. I'm not really good at this anymore. Why am I putting myself through this? But keep going. Keep doing it. You'll see the difference. Video yourself. The one thing I do regret not doing is taking videos from day one to now. Do you really see the difference?
Documenting your journey.
Yeah, document your journey. Like, even before I got on the program, I wasn't running as much as I do now. And like, to see the difference in just running time is crazy. You know, like we set out we set out targets and they were met.
For people starting out, for people want to make changes now, do they need to do Muay Thai? Do they need to be running like yourself, or is there like any way around it?
Oh, there's always, I think in hospitality especially, you should operate in what's called a buddy system. You and your buddy commit to going to a class or a gym session every week. And if one of you aren't feeling it, the other person will. And there's no way you miss the gym session then. So you're also accountable to somebody. You're accountable to somebody. You know, you're not letting yourself down, you're letting your buddy down. It's important that both of you go to this session. It's important that both of you get the workout. And it's so good for both of you because you're there. You're sharing an experience. You're gaining memories. You're bonding. You're also letting off a lot of stress that you've built up over the service time.
For sure, man. Dude, this has been great already. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. Before we wrap up this interview, is there anything else you'd like to say to people watching this and other chefs?
Back yourself and just take it one step at a time. Take the highs with the lows and just take 1 hour to yourself every week. You'd be surprised the results you'll get, and talk to the right people in the right areas that will give you the right advice. If you felt like, okay, I'm training hard now 3 times a week, getting my cardio in, but I'm just not seeing any results, there's only a minor tweak that you need to do to get that results moving again. It could be the way you're eating. It could be the way you're exercising. Small things. But if you surround yourself with the right people and the right advice, you can achieve anything in weight loss. And I would highly recommend Leo. Leo is the guy that brought me from point A to the end of the alphabet. He made it. Not only did he make it easy for me to do it, but he also was a support system to achieve it.
Man, it's been great working with you. And to be fair, not with that we're talking, I was quite surprised that you've done so well because, of your life, 2 jobs, 16-hour shifts, and a kid at home. Are you kidding me? Not everyone can do it like that and commit like that with that kind of lifestyle. So congratulations to you, man.
Well, thank you, Leo. And another thing is you've made me a better role model for my daughter. Like it wasn't all, oh, you have to do this because of this, Millie. It was, I did it with my own actions as well. I wasn't just telling her to go and do exercise because it was good for her. I was also doing exercise and showing her the benefits it has.
That's amazing, man. That's beautiful.
Thanks to you. That's thanks to you. Like I'm a better father, a better chef, a better kickboxer, all thanks to you and the community. Like I'm only half the success. I did the training, but I recognize I wouldn't have had the success without the coach. The coach gave me the knowledge. I just executed what I was asked to do. Yeah, it's hard, but I can promise anybody the results because it's so worth it. You get the results, but you need to surround yourself with support and be willing to challenge yourself and be useless for a little while. You have to be uncomfortable for a little while. Whether it's the
before
gym,
it starts getting in.
Yeah, before a gym session, you know, it'll be the first time in the gym, so your form won't be right or your technique won't be right. Surround yourself with somebody who's experienced in the gym. They'll help you out. They'll get your form right. They'll encourage you to come back. You'll increase a bond there. If you take up a class, join a soccer team, you're not going to be the fastest man on the field, but just give it your best. You know, just give it your best for one night in the week.
Danny, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much for your time coming here and sharing all of this. And
No.
we got to catch up, man. We got to catch up. We got to organize that pint of Guinness we need to have together to celebrate.
Yes, sir. We need to. I need to get over to Portugal. I'm getting very pale, so I need some Portugal sun.
Definitely, man. Vitamin D, it's important. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
exactly. It'd be a bit easier to run over there as well, I imagine.
Yeah. All right, brother. We'll keep in touch. Again, dude, thank you so much. I
No,
loved our journey together, working together on your transformation. It's been really great to see, and I'm just glad your life is better. Keep it
all,
going.
all,
Don't
all
stop
thanks
now.
to
Keep
you,
it
man.
going.
Exactly. We're only starting this journey, and look, I'd only love to see more people in hospitality get the support, because that's what I needed, was the support. And the support can be challenging. Like, the one thing I liked about you, Leo, was you didn't accept just the wins. You always went, great week, let's go again. What can we do better this week that we didn't do last week? Do you know what I mean? We're always setting either new targets, whether that would be eating, water, fasting, training. And then if training got stale, or I felt like an exercise wasn't working up, you had a whole new list of resources of exercises, body weight, or weighted, or natural, or whatever, swimming even, that you had ready for
You
me.
have no choice.
It was there for my accessibility to make it better for me or easier for me. So if you have a bad knee, if you have a bad ankle, if you have something that's broken in you because of the job that we're in, that we all have, surround yourself with somebody like Leo, because he will find a way for you to be able to get your results regardless of that issue, you know?
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man. And for
Sure.
everyone watching this, if you have a question for me or Danny, feel free to drop it in the box, and me or Danny will get back to you. And thank you so much for watching, Danny. It's an honor, man.
Yes.
Keep
Yes,
crushing
yes.
it.
We can do this. We can do this. It's all about being up
All right,
here.
man.
It's all about pushing.
Take care, brother.
Thank you, Leo, and thank you to everyone in the community. Stay going. Just keep it
Cheers,
going.
man.
Thank
Keep
you.
it going.